Hey girl, don't want to catch your wave. Welcome back to Finway Productions. For today, I was informed by somebody on Twitter who wanted to remain anonymous for some reason, beats me, that I didn't put enough emotion into reading this. And they also decided that it was a good idea to recommend another funny story to me, because you guys know I love that, right? You know I love that. I wouldn't rather be reading a series, that I like, or like that I know anything about story, right? You guys know I love that, right? Yeah. So anonymous person on Twitter. That's kind of the point. I'm making fun of this story. I don't not drama reading it. That's how you say that. So yeah, that addresses that, and also I'm kind of mad. I'm offended because my friend at school who watches my videos, he told me that I was off-brand Yuriofwind. I'm not saying I don't like Yuriofwind, but that kind of hurt, Yeah. Without further ado, let's get right into Chapter 17, Regretful Actions. So we all paced back and forth in her room, her mind racing faster than it ever had before. Ever since she woke up that morning, she'd been thinking about what Princess Luna said to her last night. She knew that she had to tell Fula the truth about her recent feelings for her. According to the Yuriofwind princess, Fula was in love with her. I might haven't fully registered that yet, but the more she began to think about it, the more she began to believe it was true. However, there was only one problem that she was facing now. How was she going to break it to Fulu? She thought back to what Luna had said to her. She said she should follow her heart and do what she felt was right. However, she couldn't think of a single way to break the news to her friend. It had been bad enough she had been lying to everybody about the whole time about some imaginary person named Scott, but now she had to tell her that she was Scott, and that she was in love with her the whole time. What am I supposed to do? She asked aloud as she continued to trot back and forth. Do I just tell her straight out? Do I hint at it? What should I say? What would I say? What would you say in a situation like that? I don't know how you go about something like that. Go up to somebody, be like, hey, person's not real, it's you. That's how you do it right there. She stopped pacing and tried to reenact the scenario to herself. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here, but doesn't reenact mean you act something that's already been acted or something? Like you redo it? I don't get mad at me if that's wrong, just correct me, because I don't know, but I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's what that means. Hey, guess what? There's no somebody named Scott. I lied to you about it from day one. By the way, I happen to love you. You should definitely do that. I would do that. It's worked for me 2 times already. If you count getting slapped in the face 2 times working, then yeah, it's worked for me twice. Immediately she's face palmed, I assume, but it says, oh, because there are horses. Oh, I'm sorry, my mic's at full volume. That was probably really loud. I let out a deep groan. I can't do that right now. I'm dying. I think I'm dying, guys. I took an ibuprofen and like before this, because I kind of have a headache, and my heart feels tingly, and it's I think I'm dying. When I say it like that, I sound like a total freak. There's gotta be another way about going about this. There's just gotta be. Well, I mean, you're gonna kind of sound weird either way you say it, because it's weird that you lied to somebody about something like that. Doesn't seem like it's that big, but whatever. Before she could fathom any more thoughts on the matter, she heard someone knocking at her door, startled by the sudden noise. How did she not hear any of that she just said to herself? Was she not there in the door? You know, she's known to listen in on people, so she turned to the door and opened it. So she was close to the door, close enough to where she could turn and open it. Is her sister deaf? Or do they have, like, the thickest walls ever? She saw Rarity standing there with a small smile on her face. "Hey, sweetheart," she said, her voice low and soft. "How are you feeling?" "How's that for emotion?" "I said," she replied. "Alright, I guess. My nose still hurts a little, but not as much as before. That's what happens when you run into trees, like..." Sorry, I have to keep making fun of that because that was literally, like, the funniest thing I've ever heard. Is, like, running into a tree. "Do you need some pain medicine?" "No, thanks. It doesn't hurt that much." That sounded, like, really bratty. I feel like it would. The way she said it just sounds like it would. My gosh. Okay, I don't know how to explain this, but part of my mic stands loose, and it's really annoying. It's the one that holds the thing that you put your mic in. I don't know how to explain it, but it, like, and it's adjustable, and it's kind of loose, and it keeps wiggling around, and it's annoying. After that, the two unicorn sisters stood there for a moment in silence, both of them feeling very uncomfortable. It's like one of them was waiting for the other to say something, but nothing was coming out. They both shifted their weights around, smiling at one another. Who should speak first? That's weird. I've never had that interaction in my life so far, but I feel like I'm not going to. Actually, I probably have, but who knows? Eventually, I started to break the silence first. It seems like she was great. Why would you go to somebody's door, just knock on it, and just stare at them? Like, "Hey, you okay?" It's like, yeah, it's just like, did you just have like a staring contest or something? "Listen, sweetie, there's something I need to confess. You see, when your friends came over this way, well, why do you need to tell her this? Why do you feel the need to tell her this?" I mean, I guess it's, could be part of plot, or it could just be trying to draw out the story. My guy is kind of smart. Like, if I wrote a story, I wouldn't be able to think about using house arrest as something, as a plot point, and then, like, releasing later as if this is gonna, I will bet money that this is about to be a plot point. Like, $10. It's not a plot point. I'll give $10 to, I don't know, the author or somebody. Whoever wants it can have it if it's wrong, if I'm wrong. Feel me? I really didn't need her to finish the sentence to know what she was about to say. Part of her knew that she overheard what was said, but she couldn't prove it. As a result, her reaction wasn't one of shock or surprise, even though her heart began racing. "I couldn't help but listen in," continued. "I know it was wrong with me, and I shouldn't have done it, but I needed to know more about it. It's not right that you keep me out of these things. I understand that you're going through as a new experience, but I am your older sister." And does he disclose what happened to their parents? The rents? Are they dead? You feel me? Are they dead? Bet you they're dead. "I just want you to know that you can trust me, and that I can help you with this." "I know," Leo said, getting horrified. "I know I should be telling you these things, but It's not that I don't want to tell you, want you to know about, this, but I will. Just say it. Just say it. Just say it at this point. Like, what's the point in not at this point? It was very difficult for Squeal to explain what she was feeling. She saw it in her eyes, and that she didn't intend to leave her out, but she knew that Alec would have told her in time, like Alec said. It's okay, sweet Holmes. I understand, she said, hugging her sister. Just know that if you ever need to talk about this, I'm right here for you. Thanks, Rarity, said Philly, returning to the hug. As she did, a small wave of guilt began overcoming her. Part of her needed to tell Marie the truth about Scootaloo, and about how she lied to her about the whole thing. Everybody that was involved, she was the one buying into it most. However, another part of her wasn't ready to tell her yet. She would tell her eventually, but not right now. Yes, we need that first. Yeah, probably. Or... oh no, my filter thing came off. Okay. There's something else I needed to tell you, said the older unicorn, snapping the filly from her thoughts. I've decided to release you from this silly house arrest. Really? Ruh-roh, Raggy? I don't think she was ready for that one. Her eyes widened in surprise. Yes, granted I don't fully approve of doing this, but I trust you enough to take care of yourself and make sure that you don't get yourself injured again. Just as the words left her mouth, they both heard distant rumbling of the storm clouds outside. Immediately, we reviewed what I was. I know what you're thinking, she said, looking out the window. Bad timing, because the storm will keep you inside anyway. I'm really sorry. Small light flickered as we lost my... small light lines flickered in the moment. I am weird. I reword sentences. Like, I see a word later in a sentence, like on a separate line, and then I, like, reword that into the sentence. That's weird. My brain works not good. Don't let you hear the storm. If the storm was going to keep her indoors, he needed to tell Squeal the truth now. She knew that if she waited till the storm passed to tell her, the anxiety and worry would practically kill her on the inside, or maybe even drive her insane. In short, the more she postponed telling her friend the truth, the worse it was going to be to tell her. Wait, so she's going now? Actually, it's not bad at all. She looking up at her sister. I need to go into town anyway. Really? Asked Rudy, raising an eyebrow. May I ask why? I need to, talk to somebody. I won't be gone long, just for a little while, I hope. She had whispered the last part of the sentence to herself, hoping that Rudy hadn't heard it. Fortunately, the older unicorn didn't call her out on the statement. Again. Duh! However, Rudy's face lit up like a light bulb. Are you going to see Scott? If you are, then you must simply wear the dress that I made for you. Actually, it's not quite finished yet, but if you don't mind waiting a little, I can. Huh. That's, oh, that's not good. How are you about to explain to her just like, hey, made that dress for, nothing, because I don't know no one named Scott, right? Actually, he said, interrupting her, I'm not going to see him, thank you for making that dress for me, though. It really looks nice, but it's not like that. I'll be back, and thanks again, sir. With that, Rudy watched as her sister gave her small hug and began galloping out of the doors and down the stairs. Suspicious feeling began overcoming the unicorn as he trotted over the window to see her sister racing into town. How's that for emotion again? She felt the need to know where she was going and who she was seeing beginning to rise inside her. Natural sisterly instinct, she assumed. Where are you going off to? She asked. Here's a whole few Gallic slowly turned into a trot. Why won't you tell me where you're going? She's about to sleep again, isn't she? Almost instantly, he turned her back on the window and said, No, worry. You made a promise not to get involved in her private affairs, and you're going to keep that promise. No, you're not. I bet I'm going to make another bet with you guys right now. Bet another $10. She goes out. She follows. Right? And she's going to follow them. Like all of them. Bet $10. Alright. She got ready to leave the bedroom, and she couldn't help but look out the window once more. She thought maybe I was heading in the direction of the schoolhouse. Well, Scott in her class. Not he old, he like 40. Did he live near the school? She wasn't gonna see him, but say that just so she wouldn't have to introduce him to her. He began biting down on her arm. What? I've never bit down on my arm. Or her arm. The urge to find out the answers to her questions becoming more powerful by the second. Fortunately for her, the power had the upper hand, and as much as she didn't want to, she gave it to it. Just too important. She said aloud as she began galloping down the stairs and toward the main entrance of the boutique. I really hate to break a promise, Helen. Well, I doesn't need to know. With that, she exited. He put the closed sign on the door and began galloping in the direction of the service. Are you sure you don't know where he is? No, you're gonna hold your eye. Of course not, said the pink Corby pony, a smile on her face. Why would I know where the handle of the waterfalls? Seriously, is this another in your pants? Oh, I'll hold your eye. Don't be very silly, Philly, she said, hardly able to keep a straight face. I don't know where the rainbow dwarf is, but I'll tell her that I'll let her know that you're looking for her if I see her. Why would you be laughing at something like that? It's not a laughing experience there. Alright then, said the pony, as she began leaving the bakery. Thanks, Pinky. As she left, she heard Pinky's laughter. She had a feeling she knew where it was, but she was purposely not telling. Probably just another prank of thy ears, she said as she shook her head. Sometimes I wonder why Pinky could giggle again. That train of thought was immediately interrupted when she saw Regal trotting past her. As he did, a smile came across Yuriofwind's face. Oh, bust my button. Looks like Rory. Actually, listen to me, she said as she crossed her forwards. Glad to see that she came to her sentence about. Again, her train of thoughts was broken again, was interrupted when she saw Rory slowly trotting some distance away from her sister. By the look on her face and the stance she had, it appeared she was trying her best not to be seen. Now what in tarnation are you up to now, Rory? She whispered to herself. She didn't need to think that long before the answer became obvious. I should have known that you'd be sneaking around in your sister's business, even though you promised me not to. Time to nip this one in the bud. I think it's bud. That the angry southern poet began calling Rory. She was keen on stopping her from interfering on what we all hoped to. I don't know. I don't really know, honestly. I don't know. Like, I still don't know what to say. I don't know. I just don't know what to say right now, you know? I'm sorry about all the weird whispering I did in this episode. It was kind of uncomfortable. I'm sorry, but just had to come to that. So, you know, yeah, without further ado, without further ado, what am I talking about? But this is off-brand Yuriofwind signing out.